Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar which is broadcast every Thursday at 11 a.m. My name is Serhat and today's webinar topic is fire suppression systems. Today we are going to talk about these contents: water extinguishing systems, gas extinguishing systems, foam extinguishing systems, dry chemical powder extinguishing systems, hood extinguishing systems, last but not least, in-panel extinguishing systems. Let's start with water extinguishing systems. The purpose of sprinkler monitoring systems is the continuous control of the main functions of the system. In other words, disruption of these systems may disrupt the correct automatic operation of the system in case of fire. Alarms from monitoring and alarm devices should be mounted on fire alarm panel in the sprinkler control room or pump room and communicated to the responsible personnel at the permanent control point, on or off-site, depending on the importance of the alarm. The continuity of the connection of device that provides the automatic transmission of the alarm signal from the sprinkler installation to the fire team or the remote control center with people, and the continuity of the connection between the device and the control unit must be ensured. Where the pump room is separate from the building, it may be impractical to provide sprinkler protection from the building's alarm valve sets. In case the sprinkler installation in the pump room is taken from the outlet of the pump with a stop valve and flow switch, water flow alarm information is provided from the flow switch. There are some alarm types on water extinguishing systems. We have Type A and Type B. Type A is fire alarm signals that can be indication of a fire, such as a water flow signal, etc. Type B is fault alarm technical faults, such as power failure, etc., that prevent the system from functioning correctly in case of fire. In the table, you can see the alarm type and the locations of the alarm systems. Let's come to gas extinguishing systems. First level alarm, second level alarm, and fault conditions of the gas extinguishing systems can be monitored with the switch monitoring module. As you can see in the picture, there is our extinguishing control panel, and also there are FM200 gas systems that connected to our panel, and extinguishing can be controlled via our extinguishing control panel. Here is our scheme of the extinguishing system. There are sounders, detectors, manual call points those are used for manual release and extinguishing emergency stops. And also we have extinguishing output expansion panel that can allow to use more than up to 8 FM200 tubes in extinguishing system. And also we have cross zone working mechanism in our system. So you will connect one heat and to the one zone and one smoke to the other zone detectors. And if both detectors will be activated, the extinguishing will start. So also we have alarm bells, sounders, sounder and beacons, and also we have IO modules that can be control and monitor the systems from that. And also we have extinguishing status indicator unit that can be connected to our extinguishing control panel. And the extinguishing system status can be monitored via our extinguishing status indicator unit. Let's continue with extinguishing systems. I'm going to talk about our extinguishing panel. MaxLogic fire extinguishing panel produced with surface mount production technology. It was designed by combining months of R&D studies and years of industry experience of ours. Smoke, heat, multi-sensor detectors with EN54 certificates connected to this extinguishing zone line realize the most accurate detection in the shortest time. Extinguishing panel consists of 4 zones. It can be adjusted which of these zones will have the ability to initiate extinguishing, as I told you from previous slide. You can use cross-zone working mechanism with all 4 zones. With the LCD screen and LED indicators on the front of the panel, the operation status of the panel can be monitored in detail. The power supply of the panel has an automatic battery charging and control circuit. Also, this panel can keep 1000 event records in its memory. Event records are not deleted even if the power is cut off. Event records can be transferred to a computer or a printer. By connecting manual release button to our extinguishing panel, the extinguishing started manually without waiting for automatic detection, or this feature can be easily used without the need for an external connection, thanks to the extinguishing button on our panel. Detection of fire alarms coming from detection zones by the system can be delayed for a standard time of 30 seconds. And all planned delay times, such as assignments to the outputs in the system, can be easily programmed. We have computer software to program our extinguishing panel, so you can easily adjust a scenario for your extinguishing system in the project. The panel has a flexible programming structure that can be equipped with local features in different and complex projects. The outputs of the panel can be used as relay output when desired and as a sounder output with energy when desired. According to the project, if the number of relay output is high, the outputs can be used as relay outputs, and if the number of sounder outputs is high, they can be used as a sounder outputs. The ability to define cause and effect scenarios seen in intelligent addressable panels is only one of the remarkable features of our MaxLogic extinguishing panels. Considering all situations that may be encountered in extinguishing projects, the panel has been defined as feature. All extinguishing states such as pre-activation status, activation status, extinguishing delay status, release status, post-extinguishing status, and unexpected release status are defined on our panel. And also, as I told you, we have extinguishing status indicator unit, as you can see in this picture. Our status indicator unit allows to move the indicators and controls on the fire extinguishing panel away from the area where the panel is located. These units work with 24-volt DC supply voltage and communicate with fire extinguishing panel via the network card. Up to 8 extinguishing status indicator units can be connected to our extinguishing panel. These status indicator units control the continuity of communication with the fire extinguishing unit and inform the user with audible and visual warnings in case of communication failure. There are 4 inputs in the status indicator unit. These inputs are standby, cancel, extinguishing status switch, and remote reset inputs. Open circuit and short circuit conditions of the inputs are controlled by the display unit. In case of any error, the error information, the fault information, is sent to the fire extinguishing panel. And also, these are the systems that can be used in our extinguishing panel. These are smoke and heat detectors we have. And we have fire alarm bell that warn the user about starting the extinguishing. And also we have sounder and beacons that can be visually and soundly inform the user about extinguishing started. And we have extinguishing manual release button and extinguishing emergency stop buttons. Let's start with manual release button. These buttons designed according to EN54 standards. It has advanced technology, reset structure, and useful accessories. This button can work in harmony with all conventional fire extinguishing panels. It has IP23D protection class, and this button is user-friendly in terms of installation and easy to use. When we come to the emergency stop button, it is also produced with EN54 standards, and it works smoothly with all conventional panels as the manual release button. The extinguishing stop button is also have IP22D protection class. It ensures that people in the area can stop the extinguishing process in case of an emergency. Let's come to the extinguishing system working principle. First of all, the priorities of the effects, smoke, heat, flame, in the area where the gas extinguishing system will be designed are determined. Cross zone detection is done at least 2 detectors in each zone, and each zone's detectors type must be different. So, if you put 2 smoke detectors in one zone, you need to put heat detectors to the other zone. If there is a suspended ceiling in the area, or raised floor, or cabins in the space, separate detection should be made in each apartment. So, if you have a multiple extinguishing system in a project, you need to use one panel for each. One extinguishing system for each system, because it is more safe and it is more convenient when it comes to extinguishing systems. Let's come to the project design principles. It has EN54 standards, and also all items used in extinguishing systems have produced with EN54 standards. Let's see at the example applications for the extinguishing systems. For example, with the water extinguishing system control, whether the flow switch and butterfly valve of the water extinguishing system are open, it can be monitored with the switch monitoring module, as you can see in the picture. And also, gas extinguishing system first level alarm, second level alarm, and fault conditions of the gas extinguishing systems can be monitored with our switch monitoring modules. Integration into fire detection systems. As you can see, our extinguishing systems can be controlled and monitored with our addressable system. If a gas extinguishing system is installed in a building, if there is a detection and warning system in the building, the alarm and fault outputs of the extinguishing system are connected to the fire alarm system, and it can be monitored with separate zone indicators. So, if you use both detection and extinguishing system in your projects, our solution is connecting both systems via extinguishing via our input modules. So, for one extinguishing system, you need to use 3 input modules. It allows you to monitor your extinguishing system in addressable panels. As a conclusion, in the environments where the extinguishing effect of water is not sufficient or suitable, extinguishing systems are installed with appropriate type of gases. The design of gas extinguishing system is carried out by the mechanical engineering profession and the design of sensing and control elements used in the operation of these systems. Therefore, in this webinar, the parts of gas extinguishing systems related to the electric professions are mentioned. Thank you for your participation to our webinar. If you have questions about this week's webinars or before week's webinars, you can feel free to ask me from chat box.